Bite her. That's right. Bite her. You do whatever you need to. You do whatever you need to. Take a chunk out of that hoe. Hey guys, it's your girl Aisha, aka Geek XX Chic, and we are back with another reaction to Moving. We're now on to episode 5, which is called Recall. So the last episode was all about Bongsuk and Huisoo kind of sharing each other's secrets. We saw that Bongsuk accidentally exposed his secret to her back in episode 3 when he got a little too excited at her touch. And this last episode, they basically had to talk about it because you can't exactly, gloss over what she saw. But it was a really cute episode where the two of them got to bond over just how much they have in common, but also Bongsuk was relieved to find out that Huisoo was not prepared to tell anybody about it. We saw that the mom, what's her name, Mia, and she was, because of her hearing, she was able to hear the entirety of the conversation, and she looked like she was really happy to hear that Bongsuk finally has a confidant outside of her, because I think she realizes that Bongsuk's life's pretty lonely because of his gift, and it's not normal, right? We're humans, we want to have connection and companionship, and up until now, it sounds like Bongsuk's never really been allowed to have any close friends for the express reason that he might accidentally show them his secret and then have to deal with that. So yeah, it was a really cute episode, and it was good to see the two of them spend some time together and bond. So in this particular episode, I see that my girl Huisoo is in the thumbnail, so I think we're going to get into some of her story because we've seen little pieces and flashbacks up until now, but we have not heard the whole story, and I'm very interested in finding out a little bit more about her. So let's jump into this episode, but just before I do, a reminder that I do a lot of different videos and reactions here, and if you are interested in supporting me on this particular journey or any of the other ones, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. And if you like this video, please show some love to it by hitting that like button and leave me some comments below. I love reading them and keeping in contact with you guys. You guys are awesome. You always give me such good feedback and also point out things I might have missed. All right, that out of the way, let's get into the episode right about now. Okay, so this is her flashback. Wow, so she was thrown from the car? Wow. Well, that's dark. I am very jealous of these pylons. I don't remember having those when I was in high school. Mm-hmm. Let them look out for you. I do. I certainly do. Please. Oh, he's a sensitive boy. He probably figured you'd talk about it if you wanted to. I know, guys. I think Huisoo's getting a little crush. I think this crush isn't so one-sided anymore. But in fairness, Bongsuk is definitely earning it. He's not being too weird. So far, he's just been genuinely sweet. Were we? Were we? Maybe we were. Bongsuk's mom did not look like she was traveling wait. What? Seriously? So these two could have met. Kids. So did he not know I mean, not that she should be trying to get hurt, but did he not know she'd be fine? Okay, it's the second time she said that. I feel like she should have had a car seat, but I keep forgetting that the whole weight instituted car seat thing didn't really happen until like the 2010s. Because when I was growing up, I know that I definitely was not put into, I was out of a child seat by the time I was probably about 5 or 6. But I know that like my family members with young kids, I was surprised that some of them have 7 or 8-year-olds that are still in car seats because of their weight. 내 대학 진학을 위해 정착을 결심했다. 아빠는 탄광 노동자가 되어 직장을 갖게 되었고. Okay. Mining is good money. It's horrible for your health. Very dangerous, but they pay really well. 아빠 혼자 나를 키우며 10년 넘게 하루하루 일용직을 하며 모은 돈이었다. Wow. Well, 10 years, that's about right. Small house. 4,000번의 일용직이었다. Wow, she counted it. She's really fixated on money, I've noticed, which again, maybe it's just because she knows that it's always been tight. 아주 잘 사는 집의 외동딸이라고. My God, can we ever have a Korean high school where they're not bullying the crap out of someone? They really need to look into their school system over there. This is ridiculous. And I mean, I know it happens at pretty much every school, but geez.
이거 나 좀 빌려줘.
Ew, do you know how hygienic it is? Ew, no, ew.
아니야, 여기.
I tell her I have an ear disease. It's highly catching.
아, 우리 혜원이는 너 못 믿겠나 보다.
Sis, don't you have somewhere to go? Like back to hell?
돌려준다 그래서 나는 진짜
혜원아, 서운하다.
Y'all just so bad because there's a group of you, huh? Okay. They are so fortunate they did not go to school with me. Cause I'm fighting. I'm fighting everybody. I'm fighting.
괴롭힘 당하고 있다는 걸 알면서도
Yeah. Real issue in that culture as well of just standing by. But I shouldn't say it's just a Korean thing. It very much is just a school thing, I've noticed. Now we just got phones to record it, but I don't see enough people stepping in for my liking. But that's me. I know things have changed a lot. When I was in school, I could not sit by and watch someone get bullied. Like, I'd always jump in even if I probably shouldn't have. It's not a metaphor for anything. Of course they turned it red. But yeah, I know that's a lot more dangerous these days. You know, kids be carrying a lot more than just their fists to school. So, not encouraging that people should go out and do anything crazy, but... Oh yeah, that coal dust will get everywhere.
아빠 폐쇄공포증 괜찮아?
I'm sorry, sir. You're a claustrophobic working in a mine?
맥주 한잔 할래?
나 아직 학생이거든.
I mean, you're at home. It's not like you're going anywhere. A little sip ain't gonna kill
좀만 버티면 되니까.
you. She's talking about something else.
와 개쩐 거야. 이거 대박 비싼 거잖아.
Oh my gosh, sis.
아니, 뭘 하냐. 한 3, 40만 원 할 듯?
I mean, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm never gonna victim blame, but honestly, if I was getting bullied at school, I would wear the crappiest clothes I own. I wouldn't shower. I would make myself so unappealing to come near that they'd really have to go out of their way, especially since this girl keeps stealing your stuff.
진짜 벗어주네.
You mean you actually...
잘 입을게.
Let me not get annoyed in this episode because girls like that would get dog walked by me. You know that. she did report it.
특별한 조치를 취하겠다고 하셨다.
I mean, it's not going to do anything. We already know that these schools don't seem to do jack anyway.
괴롭힘을 당한 친구들이 있으면 손 들어주길 바란다.
In class? Are you freaking... Let me lose... Calm down.
조용히 손 들면
Who's going to do that? Who's going to stand up in the middle of class and say, yeah, I'm being bullied in front of the bullies? Do these adults actually, like, think that... Did they forget what it's like to be in school?
바로 학폭위 소집하고 너희들 징계 처리할 거야.
선생님은
We'll form a... Oh, if it happens... Okay.
누가 찔렀는지 말만 해. 그럼 조용히 나갈게.
Yeah, okay, we'll believe that when we see you bully everybody else. Yeah, that's another thing, by the way. Like, in Korea, they're, like, let elementary school students and up have box cutters in class. My darling.
남편은 가만히 있어.
Of course you're dating the school asshole. Of course you are. Plus, I beg you don't breed. I beg that you don't breed. Please, Lord, don't let them breed. Let one of them please be sterile.
야, 그만 좀 해. 너무 심한 거 아니야? 뭐한 짓이야 교실에서?
Jesus, this is a match made in frickin' hell. And there's no teachers? No one's hearing this, huh? No one's seeing this. Okay. This school is trash. And y'all just gonna stand by. Okay. People, we just need people. We need, I don't know, like, I'm not usually someone who's an advocate of having children beaten, but in this case, all these people, all these kids and their parents need to be beaten severely by someone. She feels bad now because she thinks it's her fault.
선생님한테 폭행당했다고 얘기 안 했어.
What would happen? We saw what happened with the other girl. What would happen?
고3 이제 곧 끝나는데 괜히 나갔어.
Wow. That's the lesson he took away from that. Thanks to the system. Watch violence and wrongdoing happen because it's your last year and you don't want to have to deal with being bullied for the rest of your school existence. Do better, schools. Do better.
너도 그냥 가만히 있어. 곧 지나가. 우리 고3이야.
Yeah, well, that doesn't...
눈깔 숙인다.
And also, she's rich. Like, can she not switch schools? Like, tell her parents that she's being bullied daily? They have to see... Well, I guess they didn't actually physically touch her until now. What do you do? What do you do? I mean, we all know what she does. 17-1. Oh, that switchback though.
나도 그 정도면 적당히 할 만큼 했다고 생각했어.
I mean, that should have been enough.
내가 하고 싶은 말에 반장했어.
He did take a risk. It sucks that didn't work out for him. Have you had it up to here, sis? Yep. You just need to grab a chair or something and break it over someone's head. Decision made.
나
Oh! I like it. Straight to business. Let's go. Bring your little punk. Come on, let's go. You have so much to say. But be careful, girl, because yeah, a girl like her don't fight one-on-one. She don't know how. Wow. She's got 5 people kicking her and she's still choking you out. Bite her. That's right. Bite her. You do whatever you need to. You do whatever you need to. Take a chunk out of that hoe. Spit out the chunk. Start going for next. Going for next. That's right. In the face now. In the face. You get some too. Get some. Oh, you're gonna straight for murder now. Okay. Really? Y'all were just gonna let her commit homicide. Okay. She's like, I'll be fine, actually. You mess with the wrong one, sis. You keep playing with the devil gonna bite back one day. Not today. That was a one trick. That was a one trick. And this is where you should have learned your damn lesson. You cut her, she's standing. You bashed her in the head with a rock, she's still... And that's on film, so they better put that online. Actually, no, wait, they can't. She's not gonna have a scar to show for it, right? She's like, oh, that was cute. Now what you got? Get her. Come on, tit for tat. You cut me, I cut you, right? Your worst nightmare. And the best part is no one's gonna believe you. Oh, here's the flashback. Don't worry about it, sis. Worry about it later. Keep going. These guys are... Oh, no. Please, God, why? Really, sir? To a girl... Oh, these people are trash. You need to tell your daddy. Because I'm sorry. I would tell my dad, and I want my dad to come and murk these guys. I don't care. That's right. She's like, oh, get your rock balls. Please don't let that man breathe. Yes. Balls now. Balls. Please stop this man from reproducing. Y'all thought you were bad. Go for it. Swing. Bada. Swing. I love that. The line. You crossed the line. Batter up. Full body. Yes. Good. I want them to have nightmares about her for life. Ooh, you a badass, Huisoo. He did the right thing, Huisoo.
학폭위가 열렸다.
A violence committee. Now it's called. Okay. Now. Okay. Of course you're expelled. Of course.
죄송합니다.
Please stop bowing. These people don't deserve it.
명목상 전학 처리였지만 사실상 퇴학이었다.
Oh, I mean, as long as it allows you to go into college, because that will definitely affect your college entrance in Korea. Well, most schools actually.
아빠는 학부모들을 일일이 찾아가 거액의 합의금을 물어주며
Ew, they don't deserve it. They don't deserve... Does no one have the... Oh, this is so frustrating because that one girl literally slashed her neck, but they'd have to show that she's fine, so... You owe her some thanks. Deep thanks. Although you might want to still transfer, though, because if those guys ever come back from the hospital, they'll probably take it out on you.
아빠는 집을 팔아서 치료비와 합의금을 물어줘야
Oh,
했다.
no.
쌍방폭행이 성립되지 않았다.
Of course it was.
난 다친 것도 상처도 없었다.
You need to learn to put on a little makeup. A little bruise makeup.
나 이런 거 아빠 알고 있었어?
Wait, did she not know?
몰랐어. 혹시나 했는데 아빠도 이번에 확실히 알았지.
How did he not know?
아빠 나 왜 이래?
Yes, I'd like to know this.
아빠 닮아서 그래.
So that's your power.
엄마도 희수가 아빠 닮은 거 기뻐했을 거야.
Oh, interesting.
엄마가 기뻐했을 생각하니까 아빠는 지금 더 기뻐.
Oh, he's not even mad at you, but really, you did the right thing. I mean, morally right, but yeah, maybe not the right thing as far as action.
밥 먹자.
Of course, he's like, I'm hungry. No biggie. Wait, Creepy wasn't upstairs again, was he? He's back.
지금 시간이 몇 시인데 진짜.
Time for me to get my money.
죽겠노? 어?
What are you gonna do about it?
근데 어제부터 궁금했는데
Uh-oh.
네 경상도 맞나?
Oh. Do you see how his demeanor changed?
근데 말투가 와 그치?
Mm-hmm. That's right. Let him know. Excuse me, sir. Grown man.
아가리 죽자가 잽던데
Oh.
죄송합니다.
That's right. Apologize. That's right, sir.
경상도 말투는 그렇습니다.
Ooh, do you see the way his whole body language changed? Yeah, you'll be paying for the cigarettes. I think you'll be tipping as well.
야, 요게 완전 식감진데 요게. 이거 뭐예요?
That's really none of your business.
총알빵.
총알빵. 우와.
Well, you asked. Yeah, I went from your bothering needs too early. That's right, he did add another zero.
예, 맞습니다, 형님.
Yeah, it is, right? Lucky I didn't add two for your disrespect, punk. That camera look broken? That was a broken lens, right? And mom's checking. Okay, so both of them are interested in. Okay, so something's up. They know what's up. Folks don't lock their cars in Korea? What the? What? Why?
내가 4살 때 엄마가 교통사고로 돌아가셨거든. 그 옆에 내가 타고 있었고. 그때의 기억이
Yeah, well, you would. That would be the most traumatic thing you've been through.
엄마가 날 봤었거든.
This shot, though.
그때 엄마 얼굴이 기억이 나지 않아.
Oh, I feel like you remember all of it, but probably repressed a good chunk just to survive.
엄마가 울었던 거였으면 어떡하지?
Well, there wouldn't have been a lot you could have done regardless, sweetie. I don't understand what that was an aid of. Wait, how did she get that? Wait, so she's got, so she can see too? Super hearing, super, what is that? Enhanced sight? So it's probably all her senses then. Right, because Bongsok could smell, that's right, I remember Bongsok, he could smell all the food from upstairs. So it must be all of her senses then.
아무리 그래도 계속 그러고 있을 거야? 나 오늘 늦게까지 훈련할 거야. 난 이게 입시 준비야.
That's true. Are you really studying?
그래도 할래.
왜?
그냥.
Because he likes you, clearly.
맞네. 같이 있어주는 거네.
아닌데?
맞는데 뭐.
아닌데?
고마워.
아니.
Aw. I mean, he really would have just wants to be around you regardless, but that gives him a more endearing reason.
청소부를 보내왔네.
You just figured that out? I thought you figured it out from the first.
그렇다면 우리 쪽에서도 액션을 취해야 되는 거 아닙니까?
I mean, I was about to say, if he didn't for the first, why would he start now?
은퇴자들이 너무 많이 알아서 골치 아픈 거 우리도 마찬가지야.
And that's why you don't work for nobody.
미국 쪽 참사관에게도 연락할까요?
America.
아니야.
Why?
확실한 증거가 필요해. 일단 청소부가 누군지부터 알아봐.
You just. I thought we were trying to find this out already. Y'all really careless.
그 우리 상가에 그 미용실 있잖아.
Oh, no, he's here. Oh, no. She's got kids. They're definitely going to come to the funeral. And you have the nerve to eat? Oh, no, 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 no. It's one thing that you go and take this woman out, but you go eat at her funeral. Wow.
어머니하고 어떻게?
Yeah, how do you know her? Speak up loudly, clearly.
Adopted. 아, 입양.
But still. I mean, I guess he would have adopted out of the States.
저희 모두 어머니가 거두신 고아들이었어요.
Wow, she took in orphans.
어머니한테 친딸이 한 명 있긴 했는데
No, 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 no.
그래도 어머니는 저희랑 딸이랑 전혀 차별 안 하셨어요.
Why would you... Sir, please stop talking.
근데 그 딸이 이미 10여 년 전에 고등학생 때 병으로 죽었어요.
I cannot believe y'all have me relieved that this girl passed.
와주셔서 감사합니다.
Yeah, eat your food. Hope it burns you, and chokes you. Although you'd be fine anyway.
Was she a good mother?
Yes.
In English. I hope that meal rots in your belly, sir. I hope you never enjoy a dish again. Why are you even doing this? And again, having the audacity to show up at the funeral. I mean, I know why you're there, but you could have been in a corner or something. Wait, who are you? Why do we focus on her? Have we seen her?
차장님 계시지?
Oh, God, this man again? Can someone get him, like, some Sudafed or something? Like, what is his issue?
그 애가 정말 괴물 같았어?
네. 분명히 상처가 있었어요. 완전 험장 났었는데.
Why are you still able to talk?
된 사람이 아니에요.
Oh, you have a nerve. You're the only one who's not human here. Only monster in this room is you.
확실히 괴물이란 말이지.
This guy's always... The eyes! Again! What is he? He recruits for the school then.
안녕하십니까?
And he works for him.
차장님.
Yeah.
특별한 일 없지? 예.
It all makes sense now.
우리 학교에서 배출한 졸업생이
Our school.
아쉽게도 잠재적 능력자뿐이었죠.
Fully bloomed.
제가 그동안에 NTDP에 얼마나 공을 들였는데.
National Talent Development Project.
그 파일의 존재가 알려지면 문제가 훨씬 심각해져. 예, 알겠습니다.
How much more problematic can it be than this?
이얘 파일들은 파기하고.
Well, I mean, why are you keeping files and paper anymore? Seriously. Oh no. So he did work for them.
나 이렇게 컸는데도 절대 안 떼셔.
Moms will always be overprotective, sir, especially of their sons.
그래서 계속 멍 때렸구나.
웃으셨을 거야. 너희 어머니. 너가 안 다친다는 걸 알게 되셨을 테니까.
That's true. That's true. Because she's telling her not to move. And her dad said that her mom would want to...
기뻐했을 거야.
희수야, 오지 마.
Yep. Her mom saw that she was going to be okay, and that's all she would have wanted. As sad as it sounds, She saw, no wonder she blacked it out. Damn, Bongsuk always coming with the stuff that goes straight to the heart, man. A simple robbery that goes that far? Really? Uh-oh. He knows something's up now. Who is this? His son. I thought his son was younger. He's a grown man. Stop! Don't do it again. Just get in the car. Just get in the car, Frank. Get in the car. Drive away quickly with your eyes closed. Sir, can you... What are you doing? Do you want to get caught? But I guess he isn't thinking straight. Oh. Guess who's back? Back again.
신혜원입니다.
Oh, is it? Her. Oh, thank God. I was hoping she transferred out of that school because I was like, it's not going to get any better for you, sis. Aw. That's going to feel really good for her because then she's going to feel like everything she did wasn't completely in vain. Aw. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Okay. Wow. That was episode 5, guys, which was called Recall. And yes, it was an episode very true to its name. We now have the backstory of Huisoo and what happened and why she had to transfer in her senior year of all times. It's really sad, the whole situation around... Well, first of all, before we get to what happened to actually what got her to transfer, we know that her and her father have been moving around constantly since she was little. And twice, I think, she said we were moving like we were running from something. So very interesting. And now knowing that Frank's out here doing this, I'm wondering if Frank's the first person who's come out and tried to take out people with abilities, or if this has been something that's been ongoing and that's why her dad's been moving them around since she was a kid. But yeah, she said that they've been constantly moving, and finally they settled down. Her dad decided, because he wanted her to get a chance to graduate and, you know, basically have an experience where she has, I guess, a a genuine, what's the word I'm looking for? A regular high school experience. Because you know that, if you move around a lot as a kid, it makes it very hard for you to make friends. Like that wasn't my personal experience, but I definitely knew a lot of military kids where they went through that of not being able to really get to know anybody or make good friends because they would be moving every couple of years. So her dad making that sacrifice of saying, okay, we're going to live here and settle down. And I guess it was probably a risk if they kept moving every few years for him to just want to settle someplace for her. But again, he just wanted her to have the opportunity to have that high school experience. But unfortunately, she was transferred to the worst school ever. And apparently things were fine until this young girl, I forgot what her name was already, moved into the school, and she was timid, and sadly that just made her a target for bullies. And well, that's not even a reason. Bullies just pick whoever they want, but they typically try to pick people who they think aren't going to fight back, which in this case was this girl, and they were right, she didn't. And we see that Huisoo did her best to ignore it, but I completely understand, like, when I say I vibe with Huisoo, because that's the way I am. Like, I don't like bullying, period. Like, that's something that bothers me regardless. But if there's someone who at least has the ability to somewhat fight back or stand up for themselves, like it feels a lot less gross, I guess. Like it's always gross, but when I see in particular that it's someone who's like so nice and so sweet and doesn't bother anybody and literally is just trying to live their life and people go out of their way to mess with them, that boils my blood. Because I'm like, really? Like that person? Like you couldn't pick somebody else who at least, like gives, like has a reason or gave you some sort of reason, but somebody who literally just transferred in and you just get on there. Like it just, I never will understand the bullying mentality ever. But anyhow, Huisoo saw that this girl was just so undeserving of this and this constant daily, every girl in class coming for her, it seems like, outside of a few. And so she tried her best, as we saw. She tried to go through the avenues that the school said she was supposed to, reported it, and they did the worst possible thing ever. Like, please, who's going to stand in front of a classroom and be like, hey, could you put your hand up if you're being bullied? Put your hand up if you're being bullied in front of the bully, please. So you can just make yourself a bigger target. Like, what? Did these people actually forget what it's like to be in high school? Like, that's not the way it works. If they're bullying her in class in front of everyone, you really think that they're gonna be scared not to go after her again? Like, and also make Huisoo vulnerable, even though they didn't say her name, but they knew someone reported it. Like, what? Oh my God. Anyways, the teachers at that school sucked almost as much as the students. And unfortunately, we saw that the bullying got worse. We saw that the class president even tried to step in, but no one stepped up to help him, including Huisoo, which again, I get why she didn't. But, it just showed, as I said in the episode, that he took away from that. Oh, I shouldn't have said anything. I shouldn't have done the right thing because it clearly was the wrong thing to do. I should have just waited it out because it's senior year. I should have let this atrocity continue because I should keep my head down so it doesn't happen to me. So just so sad, so twisted. And Huisoo felt really bad that this boy took a beating because of something that she did, which again was not even the wrong thing, but it was all building up for her. And we see, like she said, like she didn't want to do anything because she knew that her dad had, done a lot. Like, what did she say? Like he saved how many thousand days of work, money to buy this house, to give her this chance. And she was trying to really just keep her head down for him too, but she just couldn't put up with it anymore. Like it reached a boiling point. Her sense of justice said, I can't sit back and do that. And she finally took them all on in a fight. And what's crazier now is that I thought she knew at that point that she couldn't get hurt, but she didn't. It looks like she had no idea that she could do what she could do. So she really took those kids on, having no idea if she'd survive it. So that to me makes it even more baller. Because she was like, she really could have died. And let's be real. If she didn't have her abilities, that would have been the end of her. That girl literally slashed her neck. Another girl bashed her in the head with a rock. Like they were trying to murk her, which again, no one in the school thought that was too far. There was like 8-on-1 and they were bashing her with rocks. Like, y'all need to get it together out there, folks. Because what is going on with the schools in Korea, for real? But anyways, we see that she goes through the fight and she's not obviously a trained fighter, but she held her own. And she, of course, because of her ability, was able to get a lot more damage in because they eventually got hurt where she kept recovering. But we see that the girl that was the main bully definitely saw that she got cut and that she healed. She saw the healing of the rock. So she knows something's up. But thankfully, the only good thing that happened with that situation is that even though there were kids filming, they were all filming from behind Huisoo. So they weren't able to see the extent of her injuries. Because again, I think if they'd seen it, they probably would have put it up online immediately and then there would have been explaining to do. But it sucks though, because even though those videos exist and it shows her getting hurt, they can't really even use those. Huisoo can't even use those because it would expose her ability. And then by, I guess, indirectly now also expose her father. So it sucks because in the end, we see that her dad ended up having to pay settlement money, which would have been all their money. He said they had to sell their house so he could pay them all out. So basically they didn't turn into a big thing because of course she had no bruises, nothing to prove that she'd been assaulted as well. So it looked like she, which again, if their brains were working, this girl who can't weigh more than $120, taking out not only how many girls, but a grown guy, like an 18-year-old boy who was what, 5-6 inches taller than her and probably got 50 pounds on her. And y'all thought that was normal? Like, look, you said her arms are like this big. Like what? Like, use your mind. There's the physics of that does not work out. It doesn't make sense. But anyways, we got to go with the plot. So yes, we see that all happened and she felt horrible about it. And now it makes so much more sense why she's so conscientious of spending money at this new school, why she's so scared of her dad having to spend more money, because she realizes that he's extended. Like she said, all of his money went to those settlements. Like what little they have now is literally what they have to get by. Every little thing is going to cost now. He probably took out loans to open this chicken shop. Like they have nothing. Right? She realizes like they're on thin ice financially. So, and that's why it makes those conversations earlier about how she was saying like, I've got this, let's support each other. It makes more sense now because she feels, you can tell she feels really, really bad, that her dad had to basically uproot this life that he had and they had to pay all these things out. But, and even more so, like in most cases, if you get in trouble and get expelled from school, your parents are going to be livid. But the fact that her dad was like, if your mom were here, she'd be so proud of you because you stood up for what was right, but also because you're like me, which is what she wanted. Like, that's like an extra gut punch, right? Like, even though, she clearly wouldn't want her dad to be mad, but the fact that he wasn't, I can see why that makes her feel even more indebted to him. So yeah, explains a lot about Huisoo and why she is the way she is with her dad. It really shows what a beautiful bond that they have too, as father and daughter. And her talking and telling Bong-sok about this is probably something she's needed to do for a long time. And she can actually say this to Bong-sok because now that he's told her, his secret, it's like she can finally talk about these things that she really couldn't talk about with anybody else. So again, that really brought the two of them a lot closer. And Bong-sok, as usual, just being an amazing listener, no judgment, saying to her, yeah, you tell me when you're ready. That's why I never asked. And then, when she brings up later on that she wonders if her mom was, smiling or crying at the time of her death because all she remembers, her last memory of her mom was their accident. But she's like, I can't remember what her face looks like. And Bong-sok finally says, my mom does all these things to take care of me and protect me, even though I'm grown now and I don't necessarily need the same safeguards I did when I was young. But he's like, just keeping that in mind, he's like, I think your mom would have been smiling if she knew that that you were okay. Like if you were in a car accident next to her and you were okay, I think she'd be smiling knowing that you're going to be all right no matter what. And then if, the flashback she had of her mom, and then she actually does see her face and does see that she was smiling because her mom saw that she healed, then, then, oh my God, an explosion. So yeah, I'm like, her mom's gone. For a second, I was like, maybe her mom is still alive, but no, definitely no more. Unless her mom is like her too, then she's gone. Yeah, seeing that, it explains a lot. And I think that was just a beautiful thing for Bong-sok to say. And I think she needed to hear that because it's like him saying that unlocked her repressed memory, which I think is, obviously beautiful for her and probably a gift that she doesn't even realize she needed so much. Obviously, it's a horrible memory in one sense, but knowing that her mom died with that relief in her heart, which it would have been because, hello, her kid was literally thrown from the car, but knowing that not only was she going to be okay, but that she was really going to be okay throughout life, because I'm assuming that the mom must have known that her dad was like this. Of course, that's going to give her a little peace of mind in her final moments, right? That's all a parent wants, is to know your kid's going to be okay. So yeah, a really beautiful and touching episode in that regard, but also it's good to get that background on Huisoo. Love that her and Bong-sok are getting closer. I ship it. They are so cute together. And I just really like the way Bong-sok is always offering her this really beautiful and non-judgmental advice. Like I really think she needs that softness in her life. And conversely, I think Bong-sok kind of needs her she's a little bit edgier. And I think he needs maybe something a little bit edgier in his life. Because I feel like if someone started to bully Bong-sok, he would do nothing about it. I really don't think he would, but I don't think anyone would do it anyways. So yeah, that was great on their side. There was very little outside of that, outside of some touch points. And we see that Huisoo's dad looks like he's definitely triggered by the death of the lady from the last episode. I'm thinking he must know of her, or he knows something special, right? Because he clearly was looking, he immediately looks for cameras. He made that dent in the car, which I have to think was to create some kind of a distraction, but I'm still not sure what that was for. We see that Bong-sok's mom saw him and she focused on him. So I think she must know who he is or have an idea of who he might be, because why else would you care about a delivery driver? Like, there's only a few million in Korea, right? So yeah, there's something going on there anyways. I'm thinking that they must be part of, we saw that. Like, obviously, Hisoo's dad worked for this agency because we saw that they had a file on him, which means that possibly Frank, do you have a name for him? Frank, the delivery driver, he may also have a file on him too. So yeah, they're cleaning out, retired, and what's the other thing we found out? They're all retired too. So for him to be going after agents that are no longer working is really strange, but it looks like he's going after the kids too. And speaking of the kids, we had that small touch point as well with the weird sniffing guy who was talking to the girl at Hisoo's old school. It looks like he's trying to find out about Hisoo. And so I don't know if that was recently or if that was before she transferred, because we heard Hisoo say there was only one school that took her in. So my guess is that was a flashback, and that's how he found that's how they got Hisoo into this school. That's what I'm thinking. But it looks like this guy is rounding up these kids and putting them in this school, because now that's like, we got the strong kid, class pres, we got Hisoo, we've got Bongsok, and I think possibly Kisoo has something too, because he recovered pretty well from getting beaten pretty badly. But then again, I think that maybe class pres was holding his punches a bit. But anyway, I'm thinking there's at least 3, if not 4 kids who are gifted at this school. So I don't think that's an accident. And again, now we know that since this guy works for the dude with the square jaw, the boss of this place, I'm thinking that the school, he said our school. So yeah, so I think they're trying to get all the kids there, or I don't know. Yeah, I'm assuming. I don't know. I'm wondering if the parents know that the kids are special. Like, anyway, I'm not sure. But the point is, they're connected. And that's how Hisoo got in there. So now we know that he said, what do you say, the talent development program? So I'm thinking that's what the school is that's the talent development program. And that's what's going on at the school. And what that means, I'm assuming it has to do with that breeding program we heard about a couple episodes ago. Yeah, I'm not sure it all fits together, but it does. It somehow does. They're all connected, I guess is my point. So yeah, more of that plot thickening between these guys. Frank going to the funeral as well, a little bit weird, a bit of it, like, it was like, I don't know, I wasn't really feeling for him. He looks like he's feeling guilty, like he's feeling some type of way about what he's doing now, especially because we saw in the last episode, he definitely was not feeling like the stuff that she was saying. Like, he kept asking about the kids and saying, like, why do you all protect your kids, right? And then he asked about her being a good mother here, which does not seem like it would care. Like, if it was strictly for him hunting the kids, that question didn't make sense. So I think Frank is going through some stuff, but I really can't feel for him right now because I'm just annoyed. I'm annoyed that he keeps taking these people out and asking for the kids, and I want him to leave the kids alone. So anyways, we found out though that the girl that he did take out was apparently a very good mother. Her biological child did pass away though, so I think if he's looking for powered kids, now that he knows the rest are adopted, he will leave them alone. He has no reason to go after them. But then we saw as he left the funeral home that the electric man's son was in there. He just missed him. So I don't know what that means, but the fact that he's been brought into the picture now that he's an adult, I thought he was a high schooler, but he's not. He's adult. So yeah, that definitely, I mean, that's good for him that he's an adult because that's going to make it a lot harder for Frank to find him. But he just let his powers fly in there, which is a bit crazy that he's not worried about anyone seeing him. But again, he was emotional, obviously grieving his dad. So maybe that's why, but we'll have to see if he comes up again. Since they did decide to bring him in. I wasn't sure if they were going to bring him in at all. So yeah, full episode, really, really good. Enjoyed it a lot. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching along with me. If you did, please give some love to this video and leave me some comments below. And we will see you in the next video.